Hello beautiful people, and welcome to another Galactic Mayan Astrology report. I am in Herefordshire, in a beautiful, mystical, magical forest, and I am on my travels. I'm recording this on my Mayan birthday, which is Red Crystal Dragon, and this is an astrology report for the 15th of June 2021. The first thing to be shared though is that I've got a really exciting announcement. I am launching an incredible course, if I do say so myself, all about Galactic Mayan astrology. We're going to be running for 20 days back to back. It's accessible anywhere in the world because it's going to be held through Zoom and in the online sphere. You will be learning the basics of the Mayan calendar, advanced understandings of the Mayan calendar, how to decode yourself, how to decode your relationships, but also who we are in relation to the rest of the galaxy, where we are in relation to the rest of the galaxy, ancient civilizations and their connection with Sirius, our connection with Sirius and what it's all about. We're going to be learning through transmissions, so I'm going to be doing a lot of teaching. Every day you're going to receive an email that breaks down the Mayan energy of the day. 20 days means that we go through every single one of the Mayan signs. We start on the 24th of July, which is the day before the day out of time, and means that we're journeying through the New Year portal. Not only are we journeying through the New Year portal, the whole course takes place throughout the Lionsgate portal, which is the hugely recognised by the ancients time where Sirius's impact was the most profound. So, more on that at the end of the video. But to begin with, as I say, this is an astrology report for the 15th of June 2021. So the energy that we're moving into is the energy of blue night. So blue night is all about the subconscious. Blue night is the energy of energy before thought, before form. It's the aboriginal dream time. It's the space where everything's in the soup before it births into creation. So if you think about our reality as a manifestation of us as creator consciousness, directing energy into form, into matter. And we do that through our beliefs. We do that through, because we've kind of gone into this part of civilization where we kind of forgotten that we are the creator consciousness. There's a lot of accidental manifestation. There's a lot of manifestation through the conditioning that we've received. So the ideas that have been imprinted upon us, do you like my plaster? Or a band-aid if you're an American. So plaster in the UK. This is good because it means if you're cooking, we had a little giggle about it last night, if you're cooking, it's highly likely that you're going to swallow this. Whereas a skin-coloured one, oh, is that a piece of onion? Sorry, this is really gross. Right, scrap that. Jyoti, shut up. So, to return. So we have forgotten as a collective, as a general rule, that we are creator consciousness. We don't really know how to operate like that now. So oftentimes the way that we are manifesting is through the imprints that we've received. So from the word go, this is why I'm so passionate about the breaking down of schooling and the reformation of all of that. Sometime, who knows when, the cycle keeps coming round, and I work on it a little bit and then I go out of sync of it again because I've got other things to birth. Someday I'll have more to say about this in an official form, a book. But before then, so we've all generally gone through the schooling system, and the schooling system imprints many ideas about reality, focuses on the intellectual development, doesn't make any reference to the fact that we create our realities. So even that in itself is a huge amount of conditioning for a fresh mind, a fresh being. And we've all generally gone through that process. So we've got the schooling piece that overlaid a lot of the ways in which we perceive reality and therefore create reality. We've got our family experiences, we've got our traumatic experiences, we've got our cultural experiences, we've got layers upon layers upon layers, which essentially has been, this is the way that I function as a human, and I'm going to initiate you into the way that I function as a human. This is the way that we function as humans, and we're going to initiate you into how we function as humans. So blue night and our consciousness is constantly filtering through these layers of subconscious conditioning. So if you imagine it like a field or a landscape, or yeah, let's say like a field of energy, and anything is possible for us to create. I always think of the master builders with Lego. Have you ever seen the Lego movie? I remember watching that about 10 years ago and being like, that's it, that's totally it. So these master builders basically create without the instructions. And that's a really good analogy actually. So if you've ever used Lego, or if you haven't, it's like little plastic blocks, and they're often sold as a pack. So you get enough little plastic blocks to build the picture on the front. So it might be like a spaceship or something. The master builders don't refer to the picture, they use the blocks to create whatever it is that they want. That's what we're being asked to do. That's the medicine of Blue Night. How do we create what we want to create, as opposed to what our culture, our conditioning from our families, our trauma, our schooling experiences have said, this is the shape that you should build. Now obviously that's easier said than done, because you know this conditioned human self is our primary operating space. You know, we have come to be human, but we've come to be human to break down these old programs, to break down these old ways of being. So the energy of Blue Night and the Wavespell 13-day process of Blue Night, you've just thought, it's blue in it. See? My little boo-boo knew that the blue energy was coming, and also didn't want anybody to swallow the plaster. But this 13-day process is really an opportunity for us to really, because the other piece of this is victim consciousness. So we've been conditioned into that in a big way. Not necessarily because there's been a dark agenda, maybe it is, but perhaps it's just because of ignorance. It's like, we're not the creator consciousness. Ooh, my headphones just powered off. I don't know what that means. I don't know whether to continue or not. Do you know what? I'm going to continue and see what happens. Let's see. Oh, it's gridding me back into this lovely woodland. I'm hoping that my sound works. But yeah, let's just keep going and see what happens. Keep rolling, Jyoti. Keep rolling. So, where was I? So yeah, perhaps it's actually just been ignorance. Perhaps it's been, we didn't know that we were creating, or that we could create on purpose. So therefore we've constructed a reality around us that feels like we have no power. We feel like we are victims of this reality, or we feel like we're gifted by it. And on one level it is a humongous gift all the time, but that I'm either lucky or I'm unfortunate, as opposed to I'm creating this. And it's a blissful, magical, mystical reality that I'm eternally grateful for, but I get to play with it. I get to birth through this reality. I get to birth with Gaia. So within this 13-day process, we may be confronted by the parts of our lives where we feel that we are a victim, that we feel that we're being wronged, that we haven't stepped into our creative power. You know, those things that like, this always happens to me, or my family are just like that, or I can't make any money, or, you know, all of these things that we're like, it's just the truth, and it's just because I'm unfortunate, and it's just because the bad guys won't let me do it, and it's all their fault. That energy. We've been conditioned into that. lots of different ways, but it's not necessarily the truth. So, within that piece, within this Wavespell, we get the opportunity to flip the script. Now, the more shadow work, so this idea of shadow work, you know, it's quite a buzzword now, which I'm really glad about. Glad it flipped from the light work. But the shadow work essentially is, we have got things that we've built in our subconscious minds, or that have been built for us, that are taking up our energy, and they're filtering all of our experiences. It's like everything that is coming through us is coming through these structures in our subconscious minds that are made from our beliefs. Our task, this idea of shadow work, the task of shadow work, is to break down these subconscious structures. It's to break apart these previous things that we've made with our Lego bricks, because when we break apart those Lego bricks, then we can make new things with the Lego bricks. But whilst the Lego bricks, our energy, is built in these specific forms, we can't do new things. This is why affirmations don't really change our reality, because all of our building blocks are already set into a different shape. So unless we break apart that previous shape, no matter how much we try to put new building blocks on top, new Lego pieces on top, it's still going to be the spaceship that it originally was, unless we break it down. So the idea of shadow work, the medicine of the Blue Night, is about the breaking down of the subconscious buildings that we've created so that we can build new things. And you know, this time on the planet is really about that. This time on the planet is really revealing to us our collective subconscious realm. Our collective subconscious realm has been operating in a pretty funky place for a really long time. And the universe is always on our side. It's always wanting us to step into our creative power, because we are it, you know? It's like, we want to create on purpose. We want to create in love on purpose. But we first have to break down the things that we've previously, generationally, been building with our Lego bricks. So this Wavespell is a really wonderful time to flip the script through digging deep. And I talk about shadow work a lot, but especially for the energy of Blue Night. You know, it's a blue sign, so it's about transformation. And the night is the dark, is the abyss, is the nothing from whence everything is created. I don't even know what whence means, but from everything. You know, it's like everything comes from the dark, everything comes from the void. You know, we were all birthed from the void in a very physical way, you know, from the void of the womb. But that womb was held by the mother and all of the mother, our individual mothers, conditioning. So we came through the void, but the void was already created, you know, it had lots of different energies and building blocks created around it. And we were birthed through that. But also on a very cosmic level, you know, we came from the void. But we came from the void through this plane and all of the building blocks that are here already. So we really have the opportunity, this Wavespell, to find a new way of operating through breaking down the old way. So as I said at the start, course announcement! So the 23rd of July, running right through until the 12th of August, 20 days of transmissions, 20 days of working in a beautiful container with other starseeds. And essentially the beauty of the Mayan calendar, and the reason that you bloody watch this, is because you know, because you feel it in your bones. This energy is basically it's the map of the cosmos. It's the map of the way that reality functions. You know, the ancient Maya got it, the ancient Egyptians got it. You know, they were these moments of high society that we will definitely be traversing into within the course. You know, they understood how to operate as a conscious creator, and the Galactic Mayan calendar was the thing that was left from Atlantis, from Lemuria. You know, this was like hey guys, we're going to leave you the map. You've got to get there yourself. You've got to attune to it yourself, but we are going to leave you a map. So come with us. Learn to read the map. It's going to be amazing. And not only that, you know, I'm very much into embodiment, and a lot of the time the Galactic Mayan calendar is taught in a very higher mind way, which is wonderful, you know, when you attune to it. But for me, embodiment and also translation are two pieces of my energy that I really bring forward. So it's going to be broken down into language that's a bit more accessible, and also we're going to be bringing it into the body. So we've got 5 or 6 dance and cacao ceremonies scattered throughout the time. We've also got question and answer sessions every few days. So we're going to be really journeying this in very different ways. We're going to be working with the archetypes on a higher mind level, but also on a physical level. We're going to be looking at our lives and our relationships and our businesses. You know, if you're wanting to launch something, the Galactic Mayan calendar, or fuel, the Galactic Mayan calendar is incredible, you know, because we're aligning with the galaxy. Like, when we're in alignment with the galaxy, that's what synchronicity is all about. So I will link the course information below, and I will constantly tell you about it from now until it starts. I will regularly be sharing little bits of other things. Oh, also Milky Waves. So Milky Waves is a Facebook group that I've created. You can find it by searching in Facebook for Milky Waves, and it's a community of star seeds, and we are learning about the Mayan calendar. We're doing the basics of the Mayan calendar in there, and I am offering, you know, free sessions every so often in various different capacities that'll also kind of give you a feel of what the course is like, because you'll see me in teaching capacity and holding space capacity. So I would love for you to join Milky Waves, and I would love for you to join the course as well. I'm so excited, and I've been learning so much about Sirius that I can't wait to share. So sweet peas, have a magical day, have a wonderful Wavespell, and I send you so much love.